fantasize land of the soon-to-be fans of the samurai. Smile wide, got the panorama camera vibe. If you analyze, she's a one-woman gala, glamorized, just without the glamour or the gala ties. Man, I'm more alive with the jazz guys, eating piano pies at the Vanguard. She's an artist and starved. A couple dollars in the band job as a half a turkey Sam, organic and it's hand carved and ours. If you ask for a piece, freshly laugh for singing jazz in the streets, and the staff asked for police. Crashed at a friend's flat for a week. Felt his home as a raft on the beach. Lit a fag, took a drag, took a tea. Read a book, took a bath, went to sleep. Really deep, you know what I'm saying? Very beautifully, very beautifully. Little battle raps for you. Little battle rap for you. Really deep, really deep, really deep. Very beautifully, very beautifully. Yeah. Little battle raps for you. Little battle rap. I like to welcome everybody out. Yeah. To the samurai. To the samurai.
Yeah, look at that. All the belts, mighty. In the ring, I swing left, right, man said get ping. Concentrating, what ping we bring, man, right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man said get ping. Concentrating, what ping we bring, man, right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man said get ping. Concentrating, what ping we bring, man, right, somebody shots fling. Look up, fling, right up, fling. Concentrating, send man over the ropes. Man try come for the belt, but I punched you, you never saw ended all of your hopes. Now all of your bros are stood on the sideline, head in the hand, shot, joke of the show. But they keep those hands up, swing for their fences, or you're going no poorly for sure. How much do you wanna be the champ? How much do you wanna please the fans? How much do you wanna be the king? And how much do you wanna feed your camp? How much do you wanna see people chant? Swing like you ain't got a thing to lose, it's the ESBC, beat them neatly, titles never ever in dispute. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no about ping, we bring man right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no about ping, we bring man right, somebody shots fling. I came from the 7 Hills, city of steel, home of the village and brilliant mills. Can't take man for a pudding, take man to Ingles, man we have a kid on his heels. In the ring it's gritty and real, brave art man put a kid on his shield. Act daft man put a kid on his, been bad from when I was swinging on field. Left up, give it with a whiplash, not gonna work with a sit back. Man wanna showboat over the top, send him over the rope like Princess. Tell a man through ropes like Hopkins, go mad like Mike when they lost it. I'm trying to be the best like money, most guys don't know about boxing. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Cocktail ting, no about ping, we bring man right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Cocktail ting, no about ping, we bring man right, somebody shots fling.
Feeling like I got a brand new contract. Armed and dangerous and ready for combat. Soon as I catch him on sight, it's contact. I get the job done proper, there's no comebacks. That's not fair, people hoping on the balance. But even you got that magical, you have it. And we were born and blessed with all this talent. Soon as we give it a task, it's so apparent, I'm fully prepared, fully activated and ready. Focused on the target, grab my weapon, hold it steady, your name. You know that aim range heavy. Got the beast in me screaming out, let me out the cage. I ain't gotta do it with rage. The days are numbered, see my steps are calculate. On time, not a second hour late. You're witnessing the mastery that we display like a hitman. Yeah. See, I go in and get the job done. Yeah, I'm moving like a hitman. See, I go in and get the job done. They don't want none. I got that experience like I've been doing this for centuries. For all the events I would practice, but it was empty. Never needed approval, all I needed was improvement. Got swift with the movement, I attack and defend. We ain't in the same league, we breathe the same air. They act out of fear, that ain't the same here. They don't know why they came, I know my lane clear. And when I need to switch it up, I only change gears. Enemy, we're out down. There were so many habagos, it's looking sparse now. I let my weapon whisper to you like a can't shout. I'm getting even, force you free, I'm like a calm count. But you can count on me to do it for the right price. It ain't a game, even though I spite. They feel the presence of our zeitgeist. Our victories were written in bright lights. I'm moving like a hitman. Cause I go in and get the job done. You see me moving like a hitman.
All right, I will. Let's fight.
Pick a side. Will you live? Will you die? Will you quit? Will you try? Sweating eyes. Who am I? Who am I? Champion till I die. Every morning, every night. Boy, I gotta
Hope you brought your wetsuit and your flippers. We're up. Here comes this Katie Taylor, perhaps the greatest athlete. This bout, not too many seats. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. That jab doesn't find a home. A perfect counter shot. Nice counter shot. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. So much hype surrounding this big matchup as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Just see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
And that jab just missed with the left hand. Missing with the hook. That jab doesn't score. Counter punch. The jab not finding its target. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Sky Nicholson. And there's the bell to start round two. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move, you hit and you don't get hit.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
She catches and counters. She scores with that counter. That counter shot lands. That jab was blocked. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Misses with the straight left. A perfect counter lands. Both want the knockout. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Sky. And there's the bell for round three. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They're going to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Back and forth they go. Nice counter punch right up the middle. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice counter. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot by her. The jab doesn't quite connect. She wasn't ready for that counter. Punch, counter punch. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Sky Nicholson in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity. On to the fourth we go. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well done with that counter shot. Trying to land that jab. Nice counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good counter shot by her. Just missed with that jab. Bombs away. Can't score with that jab. Through the straight left, but it won't score. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Sky Nicholson in that last round. It has not been going well for her, and you can see the corner is starting to get a little more Time for the fifth round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighters.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. He can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
There's a counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? They both want a highlight reel knockout. They exchange punches. You'd like to see more jabs. Beautiful counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. She got clipped by that counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Sky Nicholson in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy?
This is the beginning of round 6. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think thinking. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
How about that time counter shot? Missing with that jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. Those counter punches have to hurt. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
You can only take so much, and this woman wants no more. And that is that. They surrender. This is over.
Feeling like I got a brand new contract. Armed and dangerous and ready for comeback. Soon as I catch him on sight, it's contact. I get the job done proper, there's no comebacks. That's not fair, people hoping on the balance.
Look at this venue. What a remarkable scene for hopefully what will be a remarkable fight. We are live at Falcor Bay. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to...
Sugar Ray Leonard, an undisputed Sugar Ray Leonard, an amazing fighter and maybe an even better business.
This match.
Usually you don't need a weather report for a boxing match, but we certainly do today as we fight under the sun.
Todd, all I can say, heaven on earth. Heaven on earth.
So a capacity crowd. What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. Not so tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. A lot of high hopes and aspirations from the fans and media alike as we get set for this main event under the sun.
This is taking boxing back to its roots. Outside, where you've got the crowd there, you can hear everything. You've got the breeze of the wind. You've got the heat of the sun. You know when you're doing this? Your feet are on fire. They're on fire in the ring.
Perfect counter shot. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He missed with that jab. Beautiful counter punch. That counter punch caught him clean. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. It's all offense all the time. Nice counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without...
Here we go, it's round two. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There's a counter shot. This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside, and winning round after round.
A flat-footed fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut him off. Cut the ring off. Make the ring small. Put him on the back foot. Put him under pressure.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Catch and shoot. Straight right just misses. They exchange punches. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Counter punching. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Solid punch. Swing and a miss with the hook. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Sugar Ray in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance without a doubt.
There's the bell to start round three. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter lands. Throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. Those counter punches have to hurt. Punch. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. And he did catch him. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. Done with that counter shot. They both want a knockout, you can tell. How about that time counter shot? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope that...
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Beautiful counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. The straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Punch, counter punch. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Nice counter. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Sugar Ray in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Focus back, get that jab.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. Feel good? Good.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter punch. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at a middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
Beautiful counter shot. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. That counter punch caught him clean. The straight right just misses. Neither fighter willing to slow down. And he scores with the counter. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Together, listen.
On to the 6th round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Beautiful counter punch. Punch, counter punch. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Nice counter. They exchange punches. His stamina is off the charts. Good counter punch. This fight has a real good flow to it. Missing with that right hook. Every time. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Sugar Ray in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
You can't leave it up to the...
Out there and win the round.
Here we go. It's round 7. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
If you'd like to see more jabs, when are we going to see a jab from these two? They exchange punches. Beautiful counter punch. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Trying trying to land that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Leonard in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, it was like two different...
Tougher fight, and he's...
There's the bell to start round 8. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Catch and shoot. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
A shot from the goal.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory. That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody's...
Pick a side. Will you live? Will you die? Will you quit? Will you try? Sweating eyes. Who am I? Who am I? Champion till I die. Every morning, every night. Boy, I gotta look alive. Now you can hear the crowd going wow. Yeah, you know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your sound.
It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world.
And here we see Diego. And they'll be facing...
This bout,
Not too many... These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. So he's going to drop his arms down here. Not sure that's the wisest decision. Nice hook. It's all offense all the time. A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything can break a man or make a man.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Can't score with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Can't find a home for that jab. There's a counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away.
You're much better than this guy.
Here we go. It's round two. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Punch caught him clean. The straight right just misses. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
You're fighting the Swarmer. Be smart, be sharp, concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that Swarmer, once you do that, you're giving a man a chance that shouldn't have one.
Beautiful counter punch. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Well done with that counter shot. Do you believe this? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. This is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round. Let's get it started in round three. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That punch is beginning to take its toll. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Nice counter shot. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. up the middle. Just misses with that uppercut. The perfect counter lands. And Corrales goes down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we continue.
He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
Can make or break a fighter.
To make mistakes and switching off immediate to switch.
On to the fourth we go. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Catch and shoot. These punches coming from every angle. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those popped areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. They miss with the jab. And he scores with the counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter. A fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys...
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Smart when you go out.
Nice round, good round, I like that, I'm happy. You're getting your timing.
Breathe while you're stepping around. Have you got complacent?
A few body shots in there, vary it up a little bit so we can't figure you out.
On to the 5th we go. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Despite despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I seriously...
Get your focus back.
Here we go in the 6th round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The straight right just misses. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
The straight right just misses. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Beautiful counter shot. The referees paused the action and we'll take a look at that cut. And it looks like this fight will continue. That cut is going to cause some serious problems.
Needs to focus on what you're doing.
Here we go. It's round 7. They're up and ready to go. Surely this round won't be as good as the last one.
How much energy did they use? How hard and how tough and how much they had to dig deep. This is just ridiculous. I don't know what to expect. I'm tired just watching it.
Nice defense on that hook. Both men step back for just a moment. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Tom. That's what you've got to look at.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put him down once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Good counter punching. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round.
Switch it off.
There's the bell to start round 8. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. And that hook misses. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Good defense to block the hook. Nice job getting that punch through. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice counter. The straight right just misses. Punch, counter punch. Morales is stumbling and bumbling. Another win, another